I had to show you guys this. Beast mode activated. Oh, this thing was just chomping away at it. It's the first time I actually put an end mill in here. My little mill could never dream of doing this. It had no problems channeling that right out. Oh, I love this thing. Look at those chips. Good stuff. Good stuff. We've got this channel carved out. Sorry, it's a little bit toasty here. Alright. You can obviously see that this is a little bigger already. I haven't milled it to size yet. Just put a slot in the middle. Now I'm going to start cleaning up the edges, and then I'll do a slot down the back side for the angle. Well, I think it's time to break out this little beast. This is my 2-inch cutter. It'll cut a 2-inch wide swath. Unfortunately, I wish I had the 3-inch one, but I don't. So it'll do good for these passes here, but when it comes to truing this up, I will have to make multiple passes, unless I use a fly cutter, but I don't think I'm going to do that in steel. Okay, let me get this set up. Alright, I threw a quick bevel on this so I didn't slice my finger wide open. You know, it's not the best surface finish in the world. I mean, you can't feel it with your fingernail or nothing, but could be worse. I'm not completely dissatisfied with it, but it is a cheaper tool. Eventually I want to get the 3-inch one, the more expensive one, but you know, right now just kind of making do with what we got. So I'm going to put this side in. I'm going to true this side up now, and then we'll start working on the other sides. It's smooth, but you can definitely see that carbide. It's like gummy. Then again, this is just cheap old hot rolled steel, so it's not a big surprise that it's gummy. I don't have a tool big enough to do both sides at the same time, so hacking them down one at a time. Made this little barricade. Some of those chips coming off are really hot. I don't want them going everywhere. So this is where we're at right now. We've machined this edge here. We have machined this edge. We've machined this flat. We've put the groove in this on the horizontal mill. We just cleaned up both of these edges from the horizontal mill, from the roughing operation, so they look a little better now. So what's going to be next is we need to machine this edge so it's parallel to this edge, and then wait, where'd the tool holder go? Right here. And then we have this. So we've got our spot going through for the tool. So now essentially we have to machine out this part right here after we machine this off. That's our next step. Coming along pretty well. As you could tell, you know, I've made this this bigger to hold a larger tool. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm getting more and more reluctant because, you know, these are $20 on Amazon. by the time I'm done with this, you know, several hours of machining and then the cost of the material, I got to tell you, we're well over 20 bucks, but I don't know. I couldn't seem to find the right dimension one on Amazon, but I guess we're too far into it now to give up. So anyway, stay tuned. Here we go. Okay, we got this surface done. Everything has been deburred and feels good. So we're down to 2 surfaces left that need to be finished, both of these sides. Now the question is, how do we do that? Do we put it back in the vise and come make a path across? Do we try to stand it up in the vise, which I don't know if I can do because of lack of ceiling height? Or do we put it in the horizontal mill? I don't think that's going to be quite big enough. No, definitely not. So, what to do? Alright, this is what won out in the end. Looks like it'll fit, so let's get this going. Got this edge down, so Well, this surface, I mean. One left to go, and then all surfaces will be machined. You can see a clear size difference between these, but again, the tool holder is the biggest difference. You can see this one, the new one I'm making, takes a much bigger tool. I have some larger tools that I want to be able to fit in here. So once I get this edge done, I'm going to have to put this in, and then the angle. For that, let me show you what I got. Ta-da! This right here let's see if I can line this up. Is this angle? It's 60 degrees. So after this path is cleared out, I'll come in with this cutter and basically make these channels here. Simple enough, right? Good. I'm glad we're in agreement.